Guys, welcome to Geo with Mutuku. In today's video, we are covering the topic of superimposed and antecedent drainage basins. Now, a superimposed stream or river is when the river is younger than the landscape over which it flows, right? The river is younger. Superimposed, the river is younger, and then the landscape is older, right? Now, let's use the diagram on the side to help us understand, right? Because in most most textbooks or most exam papers, they don't show you all steps. They don't show you step 1, 2, 3, and 4. They only show you these two here. I put on the side, right? They only show you step 3 and 4. Most textbooks have step 3 and 4, so it's very hard to understand how a river is younger than the landscape. But if you look at this diagram here, let's look at number 1. At number 1, we have the old resistant land, right? Here's the rock made up of granite. It's exposed, it's already exposed to the surface, right? And please take note that at number 1 there is no river. The river is not here, but the landform is already there, right? Old existing land. The land is already existing. Even in number 2, right? Here's the land, it's still there, but look at what it says. No river yet. The river is still not there, right? But over the old existing rock, sedimentary rock layers are deposited on top, right? It says here sedimentary rocks are deposited on top of the old pre-existing land. So this land here, this landform, right, it is covered up by sedimentary rock layers, and the river is still not there, right? But the landform is here. The landform is still here. It's just covered up by sedimentary rock layers. If you go to diagram number 3, our river starts to form. Here's our river forming, right? The river starts to form. Now, the river is going to cause downcutting or vertical erosion. Downcutting or vertical erosion until this sedimentary rock layer on top is removed. Can you see on diagram number 4, the sedimentary rock layers is removed from above this granite rock, right? Now remember this old existing rock from step 1, it is now exposed. The old existing rock is now exposed, and the river has cut through it, right? It has cut through it. There's been vertical erosion or down cutting to form this landform. Can you see this landform here, right? The steep-sided valley with a narrow bottom, right? It has formed a gorge. Here's an image of a gorge right here in the center, right? The river has cut through the old existing rock, right, to form a gorge. It says here, over time, erosion removes the top layers of sedimentary rock. Remember that these layers of sedimentary rock, they are removed, right, by the river. The river erodes downwards, it downcuts, it erodes vertically, right, to remove the sedimentary rock layers above, and it cuts through the landform, right, to form a gorge, Now, this river is superimposed because the river is younger, right? But the landscape is older. Remember, the landscape is here number 1. The river only forms in stage number 3, right? So when the river is younger than the landscape over which it flows, we say that that river is superimposed. The river is superimposed, right? Now, the rate of downcutting or vertical erosion is faster than the rate at which this rock here, the old rock, is being exposed. Because if the erosion was slower, it means that this old rock was going to block off the river. You can see that the general course or direction of this river has not changed. You can see it's the same course. The general course of the river is maintained. Why? Because the rate of downcutting or the rate of vertical erosion is faster than the rate at which the old rock was exposed, right? That's why it was able to maintain its course, same course. Okay. The antecedent river is when the river is older than the landform over which it flows, right? For this one, the river is older. Let's look at our 3 diagrams, right? Because in most papers, where they might show you 2 or 3, right? They won't show you all 3 of them, right? Now, let's look at stage 1. Number 1, the river already exists. You see, it's not like in superimposed when the river was not there. With antecedent river, the river already exists, right? And then there is folding or faulting, right? Tectonic forces causes folding or faulting. You know, faulting is when there's a crack. You can see here there's a crack, right, between these landforms. So there's faulting that took place. Folding is like what's happening here on this diagram. Can you see that the force of uplift has caused a fold? There's a bend in the landscape, right? It is no crack, it's just a bend. This is folding, but what's happening here is faulting. Now with antecedent rivers, right, you will see that the landform will be uplifted. It is caused by a force of upliftment, right? A force of upliftment. Unlike superimpose is caused by a force of erosion, right? Erosion, which removes the sedimentary rock layers. Now with antecedent, right, there is folding or faulting, right? It's caused by a force of upliftment. Okay, the landform is being uplifted and the river, right, has eroded vertically, right? It erodes vertically into the new landform, right? Here's they are telling us here there's a new landform structure and the river has eroded vertically. It cuts through the new landform to form a gorge one more time. And you see, they both form a gorge, they both maintain their course, right? You see the general direction of the river, general course of the river, it has not changed. They both maintain the general course and they form gorges, right, which are tourist attractions. Now, our antecedent rivers, the rate of downcutting, the rate of vertical erosion is equal to the rate of upliftment. As the land is being uplifted, there is vertical erosion or downcutting, right? Vertical erosion or downcutting.